Hey guys, I'm Hellhound, and welcome to my Midnight Spook Show. Alright, we're going to do another tag video. This time, Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies has tagged me, and in an original video done by him, actually. And what's happening is he's holding a contest. He just reached 100 subscribers, so congratulations, buddy. Very happy for you. That's excellent news. Very happy for you for getting 100 subscribers. And so he's having a contest to celebrate. And basically, what you have to do is make a tag video answering these questions, which are Star Wars related. Which is, that's no problem for me, as I'm a huge Star Wars fan, for sure. I love the franchise, always have. I grew up on it. It's always been a huge part of my life. And probably always will be. So I love everything Star Wars related. Everything Star Wars has a special place in my heart. So basically, yeah. So he's gonna pick a winner based on these videos, these response videos that he's tagging us in, and he's giving away 2 prizes. I think he's picking 2 winners, and each one's getting 1 prize. Well, the first prize is the Leprechaun box set. A box set containing all the entries from the Leprechaun series. I already have all those movies, so I'm hoping if I do win, I'll get the other prize, which is the Planet of the Apes box set on Blu-ray. I don't have any of the Planet of the Apes movies on DVD or Blu-ray. I have a few of them on VHS, but I love that series, and it's been something I've been meaning to get on DVD for a very long time. I love the Planet of the Apes movies, especially the old ones. The original Charlton Heston is my favorite, so it'd be really cool to get. Yeah, once again, congratulations, Bronco Juggalo, and let's go and get started. Star Wars, all about Star Wars. Now the first question is, would you rather be a Jedi or a Sith, and why? Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick Jedi because as awesome as the villains are, as awesome as the Sith are, Vader, Palpatine, Tarkin, Darth Maul, Count Dooku, Grievous, Kylo Ren, Snoke, all of them, they're all so cool. I'm going to go with the Jedi because they just have a cooler, they're more honorable and virtuous, and they're very selfless. They're very, they seem very caring and generous, and they have great fighting skills. They use the Force, which is, of course, awesome. It's one of the coolest things ever created in a movie or otherwise. And I just think that they're, they're great fighters. I think they're just great people. They're very honorable, and their code, their morals are very inspiring and very compelling. I think they have really cool rules you can live your life by. I think they're very inspiring. So everything about being a Jedi is great. The one thing I think is weird is how it seems like every Jedi kind of becomes old and kind of goes, like, when they become old, they go into exile and go hide as a reclusive hermit somewhere and kind of don't want to be found. I always thought that was kind of really weird until then they wait for another protege to come along. I just thought that was kind of weird, but there's always a good reason for it usually. So, but anyway, yeah, I'd rather, as awesome as the Sith are, believe me, they're probably my favorite characters. I'm always I always think that Vader, film a video, Vader and all them, they're just awesome. But I think I'd go with a Jedi overall. All right, question 2. Who's your favorite Star Wars character? And the obvious answer is probably Darth Vader. That's what probably most people are going to go with, and rightfully so, because, he's just awesome. It's definitely the correct choice for your favorite character for Star Wars, I would say. He's probably the most recurring character throughout all the movies. By the way, there's a rule. Bronco Joker's rule is that we're only going to go by the movies, all 9 movies, the original trilogy, the prequel trilogy, the new sequel trilogy, Rogue One, Solo, and the TV shows, and not all the books and comic books and related extended universe, because that would be too confusing. People would be given answers, and people would be like, who's that? My favorite is a book, about Chewbacca's distant cousin who lives on Hoth, and come on, it'd just be confusing. So we're just going to go with the movies and TV shows. So yeah, let me just put that out there, and I think that's a great idea, because otherwise it'd be too confusing, it'd be too much. There's way too much Star Wars media, and it's really hard to keep up. There's a lot of books that I really love. I used to read the novels in elementary school, and I think they're great. Zorba the Hutt, and Leia not accepting her father Anakin's as a Force ghost at first, and then he had to win her over, much like he did with Luke. But yeah, anyway, back to question 2. Darth Vader is the obvious answer, and I was going to say, I think he's probably the most recurring character throughout the franchise, aside from C-3PO and R2-D2. Yeah, he's been in the most movies, I believe. I could be wrong. Um, at least for now. But anyway, I'm gonna actually go with Emperor Palpatine because no matter what movie I watch, I'm usually most drawn to the villain, and boy is he an awesome villain. I mean, we have other awesome villains like Grand Moff Tarkin and Darth Maul and Count Dooku and of course Vader, as I said. But wow, Palpatine is like a horror villain. He's just so deliciously evil, and he was easily the best part of the prequels. I mean, played by Ian McDiarmid, who reprised his role from Return of the Jedi. In Empire Strikes Back, he only had like a brief 5-minute scene as a hologram, and he's actually played by a woman wearing a mask with chimpanzee eyes superimposed over her own, and he was voiced by Clive Reville. Only to be replaced by Ian McDiarmid, actually, in the special edition, which came out in 2004. Not the 1997 version, the 2004 version. They replaced him as Palpatine, which is a good idea. That was one of the good few changes I actually agreed with, because he's just awesome. Ian McDiarmid, you can tell he was having fun with the role, and he just excelled at it, playing such an evil, wicked, sinister, bad guy. He was just awesome. So I'm going to go as Palpatine's my favorite character, with Darth Vader at a very close second, like very close. In fact, they kind of teeter and totter back and forth from the number one spot. All right, let's move on. Question 3, what is your preferred ship or vehicle from Star Wars? I'm going to go with the obvious answer. Han Solo's Millennium Falcon. There's no contest. Millennium Falcon, it's right up there with the Starship Enterprise from Star Trek. It's one of my favorite spaceships. It's just amazing. I would love to have my own Millennium Falcon. It would just be friggin' awesome. So yeah, there's that. All right, question 4. If you could have one Force ability, what would it be? That's a close one between moving things with your mind, like picking up an object, pulling a tree up out of the ground and throwing it far away. Moving things with your mind. I guess that's telekinesis is what they're using, and either that or force lightning, shooting an electrical force out of your fingers. It's just like Palpatine does. That's just friggin' awesome. I'd love to be able to do that to somebody. Just one, not really hurt them, just kind of like startle them. Not actually at them, just like kind of like maybe at their feet or something. Just kind of startle them, just like that'd be so freaking cool. Just zap. That'd be awesome. All right, number 5. What is your favorite film in the saga? All right, well, most people are going to go with Empire Strikes Back, and rightfully so. That's a great movie. It's my second favorite. It's nearly a flawless film. In fact, it might actually be technically the best. But my personal favorite is Return of the Jedi because of the aforementioned Palpatine character. He was in it a lot, and he was just freaking awesome, deliciously sinister. I also love the opening scene at Jabba's palace with the musical number Lap T Neck, not Jedi Rocks from the special edition version, the original theatrical version, Lap T Neck. I love that dance number before they added a bunch of CGI characters. Like, there's only 3 people in the Max Rebo band. Now there's like 9 in the new version. There's way too much crap going on. I love that opening scene at Jabba's palace. Then the scene of the Sarlacc pit, and when Luke comes and he saves the day, basically. I just love it. They definitely overdid it with the Ewoks. There was way too much about the Ewoks, and a lot of times I find myself fast forwarding through the Ewok scenes. They just really they had them in the movie way too much. But I still think Jedi is just definitely my favorite. Lots of Palpatine, Jabba's palace, but Empire Strikes Back is a very close second. As a kid, that was my favorite. The opening scenes on Hoth, the ice planet. The Vader being Luke's father revelation at the end. It ends on a very depressing, kind of a down note, and I think that Return of the Jedi wraps up the saga really nicely. There's a great conclusion. We finally get to see Vader's face, Anakin, his true face without the mask. I love the end, seeing the Force ghost of Anakin, played by Sebastian Shaw, not Hayden Christensen in the special edition. And I love the ending song, Yub Nub, from that Ewoks. But I also like the song in the special edition version, too, and I like how they showed all the other planets finally being free of the evil empire, instead of just showing the Ewok, the forest moon of Endor. So, but yeah, Jedi's my favorite for those reasons. All right, let's move on. If you could be, number 6, if you could be any alien species from the Star Wars universe other than a human, who would it be? What would it be? Sorry. As cool as it would be to be a Wookiee, he'd be really tall, covered in hair, kind of like a werewolf, he'd be really strong. I'm going to go with a Palawick. A long-limbed Palawick. If you don't know what a Palawick is, see Return of the Jedi, the opening scene, Cy Snoodles, the singer of the Max Rebo Band, who was a puppet in the original version and a CGI effect in the special edition, that's a Palawick. They just have a really interesting look, a really interesting design. Originally they had like tusks and two mouths, but in the special edition she just had a long snout, snout with big lips and eyes atop a stalk. They changed her appearance a little bit, but she was fully CGI this time. I'm just kidding. I don't know if I really want to be a Palawick. I certainly wouldn't want to be an Ewok or a Gungan. So I forget what Darth Maul's species is, but that'd be pretty cool too. You know, the red and black face with all the spikes. That'd be pretty cool looking. And I used to think that Palpatine was an alien too. In Return of the Jedi, it turns out he was actually a human whose face was scarred by his own Force lightning. I guess heated up by a lightsaber. But yeah, whatever Darth Maul is, I'm sorry if I forget what it was. I forget what his exact species is. I need to do my homework, but that'd be pretty cool too. Alright, question 7. Would you rather have Kylo Ren's lightsaber, Darth Maul's lightsaber, Han Solo's blaster, Chewie's bowcaster, Boba Fett's rocket pack, or Yoda's walking stick? I'm going to go with either Darth Maul's double-sided lightsaber with the red beams, which is pretty freaking cool, or Boba Fett's rocket pack, because it'd just be awesome to be able to fly around, in a jetpack. That'd be freaking cool as hell. That'd be cool to have both, have the rocket pack and be wielding the dual lightsaber. That'd be pretty awesome. So yeah, either one of those. Alright, question 8. This is the final question. If you had to assemble a 5-person team consisting of Star Wars characters, including one droid, you have to include one droid, who would you choose? Definitely Luke, Han, Vader, Yoda, and I would say Obi-Wan would be my 5th choice, but since you have to use a droid, I'd say play K2SO from Rogue One. Yeah, he was kind of like a bigger C-3PO, sort of. He was kind of similar to C-3PO. I know R2-D2 and BB-8 have like all this, information and technology. They're like a walking personal computer almost. They're just filled with information and stuff. They're really cool, but I think I'd go with K2SO. It'd keep me company and stuff. I think that'd make kind of a cool team, mix it up a little bit. It'd be cool to have the reformed Vader or Anakin, fighting alongside Luke, Han, and Yoda. I think that'd be pretty awesome. So yeah, I think that'd probably be my team. There's several other worthy candidates that would be runners up. But yeah, all right, guys. Well, if you want to make definitely check out Bronco Juggalo Talks Movies channel. I'll post a link in the description, and just go ahead and subscribe. He's got some great videos. He's a fellow horror fan. We both. It's great that he loves Star Wars as well. And check out his contest. All you gotta do is post this video answering these Star Wars questions. Again, only the movies and the TV shows, because again, it'd be way too confusing if we had, included the books and comics and video games and all that stuff. That'd just be way too much. So just talk about the movies, the new canon, I guess, or whatever. So or feel free to answer these questions in the comments. But definitely check out Bronco Juggalo's channel. First and watch his video as well. He and I had some of the same answers too, so great minds think alike. Alright guys, well, this is a lot of fun. It's glad to be part of another tag video. I'm having a blast with these tag videos. It's pretty much all I do on YouTube now. I think it's really fun. Having a good time answering these questions and discussing some great movies and stuff. So pretty cool. I love Star Wars. We just had Star Wars Day a few days ago, May the 4th. May the 4th be with you, and I was watching a lot of Star Wars movies. I just bought Rogue One and The Last Jedi. So I now have all the Star Wars movies on DVD, which is pretty cool. Completed my collection. Can't wait for Episode 9 to come out, and I'll be seeing Solo, a Star Wars story, later this month. So definitely check out my first impressions video of that. I'll make one as soon as I see the movie, and you guys will be the first to know what I think about it. Alright guys, I'm Hellhound. Thank you for watching my Midnight Spook Show, and see you later.